Hey, today I want to talk about, let's say, the psychology principles behind converting landing page copy or content, right? So no matter what type of text you write, whether that's like a landing page copy or a content inside a blog, once you start getting traffic, your goal is to actually get the conversions, right? So right now I'm going to show you my, let's say, 5 best tips that are deep down based on the psychology that will probably 2x or 3x or even 4x your conversions. For the context, I studied like hundreds of landing pages, wrote hundreds of copies for landing pages, and I also studied, and my team and I wrote over 1,000 blog posts that converted between like 5 to 15%. I read a ton of books on copywriting, on psychology. So yeah, well, let us dive deep down. So the first thing is that you really need to identify your dream customer. I know this sounds like a cliche, but it's essentially true. And no matter how many times I or other people on the internet repeat this sentence over and over again, I still see that 95% of marketeers and writers out there don't actually do this first step. And this first step is in reality a foundation of everything you do inside copy or the content, right? So what you need to do is step out of the building and go out and actually interview your existing customers, your potential customers, and if possible, your competitors' customers, right? So the couple of most important questions that you need to ask them are, what are your biggest struggles right now? What are the things that keep you up at night every night? How are you currently solving these issues? What prompted you to buy your product or competitor's product? And what do you like the most about either your product again or the competitor's product or whatever? So step out, do this, because this will help you to really step into the shoes of your potential customers so you can really write a copy or content that engages with them. The second tip is write for one, not for the many. So once you narrow down your ICP, now you did your ICP research, you interviewed your customers, you need to have a clear picture of the best persona in your head. And whatever you do, whatever kind of content or copy you write it for that one person, right? If you write for everyone, you write for no one. Write for that person that will essentially find himself or herself inside your content, and at the end of the text, she will probably convert. But keep in mind that you should be as specific as possible when it comes to this, right? That's why imagining that one person inside your head is actually really important. So think about their biggest desires, think about their biggest problems, and address those during the call to action time, or how I like to call it, like a buying time, and you will have conversions. The third thing is that each sentence should prompt your readers to read the next one. Okay, so let's get back to the basics of copywriting, right? So let's break copy or content writing down, right? The end goal is to get the conversion, right? So you have a prospect on the step A, you want to move them to the step B, where they will make a conversion, subscribe to your newsletter, buy from you, schedule a call with you, whatever that is. But when actually writing your article, what I found works good, at least for me, is don't think about the end goal, right? So forget about that end goal at the beginning. Completely remove it out of your head. Only think about the next sentence. Because in reality, when you take a look at it from the child's perspective, let's say, the purpose of copywriting is to make your readers read one sentence, then the next one, and the next one, and then the next one, until they reach the bottom of the text and they probably convert, right? So that's what you want to accomplish. You want to write an article or a copy that way that it's engaging from the sentence one, and then it prompts people to read the sentence two. It's the same as when you are watching a TV show, right? There are those like cliffhangers at the end of each episode that leave you wondering about what's going to happen in the next episode. And now you need to wait for like a week, 2 weeks, or sometimes like even a year for the new season or the episode to arrive only to see what's going to happen. That's the same effect that you want to apply inside your copy or your content. So make your readers read the next sentence. Focus just on the next sentence and they will reach to the bottom and probably make a conversion. Fourth thing is like, forget about the jargon and features, focus on the benefits, right? And this is another cliche, but still a lot of people are making this mistake. So as a user, I don't care about whether your product is powered by AI or blockchain or VR or whatever fancy technologies are out there. The only thing I care about is the solution that you are delivered to me, right? It's the thing that you can do for me. How does your product make my life easier? How does your product earn me more money, right? How does your product save me a time, right? Those are the things that I and all the other potential buyers that you have out there care about, right? They don't care about the methodology. They don't care about the tools. They only care about the end result, right? And put yourself, like you probably, if you're a business owner, and I think you're thinking the same as I do. If someone approaches me and says me, you know what, Ugi, I can make you 100K in a month, but I would like you to pay me 20K, I would have I would gladly do that. So once he delivers me results, I'm more than happy to pay you 10, 15, 20K if he brings me those results, right? So, and it's the same when you're buying a SaaS tool, right? So focus more on the benefits than the features, right? I mean, we naturally like fall in love with our product that sometimes we can't really differentiate what is the feature and what is the benefit, right? But fortunately, if you do a nice CP research I mentioned in the beginning, you will clearly understand your customer's desires, and then you just need to communicate those desires with your copy, and the conversions will skyrocket. And the last thing is justify the reason why should your prospects click on the button, right? So this is the last piece of the cake. The offer is the last piece of the cake. And many people out there wrote amazing books about building irresistible offers, such as Russell Brunson, Sabri Subi. Then we have a book, I forgot the name of the author. The book is called 100 Million Offers, etc. Study them, read them. But in short, like, irresistible offer must have a mind-blowing price. What that means is that make sure that during your copy or content, you communicate that the benefits that your potential customers are getting from your tool or service are 10x more than what they're paying for. And the last thing is like, have a social proof, right? People buy from people buy from people they trust. If I as a potential prospect see that 1,000 other companies similar to me already trust you, then I'm naturally more prompted to trust you as well. So I will have that less friction inside my mind. So I will end up converting more easily. And actually, this is the last thing, but it's not the least important. And I like to say, like, be human, right? So try to humanize everything you can, from the visual, from the landing page, pictures and visuals, to the copy, content, ads, social media posts, whatever is the case. Because so, like, put the faces of yourself, or your teammates, of your customers, everywhere you can, because this adds that touch of human element, and essentially it's easier to create trust with your customers this way, and it will better engage with them. Like, no one likes to see illustrations, right? No one likes to see illustrations that honestly tell nothing, right? So pictures, GIFs, screenshots of your product, whatever it is. So show the proof, humanize everything, show the proof of your claimings, and the conversions will come. And when it comes down to humanizing yourself and your product, like, write the way you talk, show the real you, right? So show who are the real people behind your brand. Talk about your weaknesses, talk about your struggles, talk about your customers' weaknesses, right? Be vulnerable and be human after all.